First, local, live. Now from Central Oregon's news leader, this is KTVZ News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Lindsay Harris. A fire alert tonight at 5. We've learned within the hour the Alder Springs wildfire was human-caused. Officials could not disclose more, but said crews visited the blaze's point of origin today as their investigation unfolds. As we speak, the blaze is growing to more than 2,500 acres. It's still 0% contained. We have team coverage right now as the Alder Springs wildfire is threatening more than 350 structures, many of them people's homes. Most are empty due to thousands being forced to evacuate. Take a look at this map closely because evacuation orders are in place at this hour. Level 3, go now. Evacuations are in place for the area in red. If you are in this area, you need to leave now. The area in yellow is on a level 2. Be set to go at a moment's notice. Lastly, the area in green is on level 1. Be ready to go. This is a pre-evacuation level. If you need shelter, there are evacuation centers at Highland Baptist Church in Redmond and in Terrebonne at the Ranch Chapel. If you have large animals, you can bring them to the Deschutes County Fair and Expo Center in Redmond. Right now, donations are desperately needed for dog food and hay. We'll have more on that in just a moment. But first, let's go to KTVZ's Isabella Warren, who is live just miles away. Isabella, you're currently in an evacuation zone. What are you seeing?
Yeah, Lindsay, we are in that level 3 evacuation zone right now, and some of the residents have graciously let us stay in their backyard. We are right across from all of those hot spots that you're seeing, all this smoke. The Deschutes River is right below us, and that's what fire officials say that they are keeping a close eye on and fighting the most right now, is ensuring that this does not jump more over the Deschutes River and, affect all of these structures, all of these homes. We know that there is over 100 structures right now that are being threatened due to this fire, and because the Conflagration Act has been enacted for this fire, there are more resources from across the state now being brought down to Jefferson County to fight this fire. I was at the camp today and spoke with fire officials for an update.
Day 2 of the Alder Springs fire brought multiple agencies from across the state in an effort to stop forward progress on the east.
They're looking at that eastern border of the fire footprint, and that's where we're really looking today to keep that fire from moving any farther east as best as we can. The winds will definitely challenge the firefighters with that.
High winds and dry conditions played a factor in the firefight as winds continue to push the fire across the Deschutes River, threatening hundreds of residential structures.
This area is with the river canyons, makes for hard access. There's definitely areas where the firefighters cannot go in safely, so they're going to have to look a little bit bigger picture and find where they can stop the fire outside of that river canyon.
Crews use techniques like backburning to create a perimeter around the fire. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations were still in place.
We're expecting it to continue to grow towards the east today. We do have plenty of aviation available to us, and OSFM is in Crooked River Ranch with their 6th task force protecting the property and helping out there.
Now, as these hotspots seem to kind of calm down a little bit, we have seen some air attacks definitely die down since the last time we saw at 4. But we will keep an eye on these hotspots. The wind is starting to pick up now, and we'll continue to have updates on KTVZ Plus as well as KTVZ.com. Lindsay, back to you.
Thank you, Isabella. Reporting live from the fire zone. We'll hear from her again tonight at 6. For the most up-to-date and in-depth fire coverage in Central Oregon, always turn to KTVZ's Fire Alert. We have a page dedicated on our website at ktvz.com. You can also find fire alerts on our news app and weather mobile app. Both are free to download. Let's turn our team coverage to our chief meteorologist, John Carroll. So, John, you're certified in weather behavior. What can you tell us about what's happening?
Well, what's going on now is that there wasn't a lot of wind today, and it was very well attacked by the air and on the ground. They did some backburning, in other words, establishing lines that the fire will not try and get over. Their concern is if winds pick up, maybe some embers will jump over top of the Deschutes River Canyon there and cause problems in the areas where there are a number of homes that are at risk. So let's take a look here at the air attack that's going on. There really isn't as much as we've seen earlier. Right here, this is a helicopter, a very large helicopter that is doing some aggressive work there. That's right by where we saw Isabella. Now, as far as the fire is concerned, we do have some windy conditions, blowing some smoke around, but let's take a look at the footprint there of this Alder Springs fire. And as we zoom into that, I want to point out some things. This northern periphery here, this little bulge up through to the north, inside of the perimeter, there are some structures there. We have not heard of any structural damage or fire consuming any structures. That is good news. But here is the footprint. The eastern perimeter, this here is the Deschutes River Canyon, where Isabella is right about there. They do not want this fire to jump. There are some hot spots that are far away from that. They're in the southwestern portion and outside the perimeter. So that is a bit of a concern, because if it does jump, you can see all this area in here is a community, and it is only about 3 to 4 miles from Crooked River. So yeah, the winds, they're only about 10 miles an hour, but could gust to 20. Problematic scenario in that region. Not as bad as it's been, but still not where we want to be.
Coming up next on KTVZ News at 5, our team coverage continues with a closer look at the wildfire smoke, how it's affecting health across the high desert. Plus, the 2 new tenants moving in and the massive project nearing the end. Why you may recognize one name, but not the other. And in Central Oregon, it's not just dogs and cats to watch out for, how the cattle are holding up as the wildfire rages on.